volume was too low, so let me show it from the very beginning, except for that part, but maybe not very proper. Okay. Too loud, too loud, too loud. Lower the volume, please.
Jackson, I love you, I love you.
Too loud.
Marley, I love you, I love you.
Okay.
Jackson, I love you, I love you. Marley, I love you, I love you.
Hello. Take a picture. You haven't heard my questions yet, right? Yes. Okay, you haven't heard my questions yet. No. It's too easy. He just sang I love you. Throughout the song, the only sentence that he sang was that he loved someone. Now, so who are the ones he said he loved? But if you give me the name of that someone and tell me what he did that made him famous, we are talking about famous or well-known dignitary or person or renowned or well-known, infamous. Sometimes he's not known for very good things, so he's not famous, he's infamous. Infamous ก็คือ well-known, but not in the right way, not in a good way. We say infamous person. But you have to tell me, if you give me the name and tell me what he did, you get 0.5 only. Now, if you also tell me the other side, so you say he is good, he did this good deed, however he did something else that is not good. So I want you to sort of look at a person from both sides. A person is not 100% pure or good. You must understand that in everybody there are the good sides and the bad sides. Sometimes they are more good than bad, sometimes they are more bad than good. However, I'd like you to also see both sides of a person. Okay, if you are able to give me both sides, the bad and the good sides of the person, you get 1 point. If you can just give me one good side, then you get only 0.5 เข้าใจป่ะจุด5นะ only okay if they can't give me the however okay you need the however so who's gonna be first can't see you I can't see so you have to call them up like the first one this one who she no she's not no can't see so let me put on my glasses my glasses I didn't put you didn't put your hands up but you don't want to do it anymore okay this person wait a minute I get to that okay yes turn it on please switch it on please yes President Lincoln Abraham Lincoln so what was a good thing what did he do anyway can you speak more loudly we can don't put it under your chin if you put your mask under your chin you have to throw it away don't use it again because the mask will get the germs already over here in the other part of your face so when you put it back on you get germs back on so it's useless anymore okay so don't put it under your chin yes
he did like the constitution.
No, tell me clearly what he did. Why? Because everybody need to know about Lincoln. Why is he considered such a great guy? No, then you don't get the point. Next.
I saw Buddha in
Buddha. Okay, so
he taught the knowledge to other people
about what?
about religion. About religion. And
What about religion? What does he teach actually?
About kindness and the ทำการ
No, he taught what? Did he teach Sin 5? Things that are good to do and the other 5 I know. Okay, what is the good or the bad thing to do? That's what he taught. Don't say he taught religion and you don't know what the religion teaches you. That's useless. You have to know what he taught that is so good. He taught us what are the good things that you should do, what are the bad things that you should not do, right? However,
he left his son until his son is baby. He lived
from since they were small,
yes.
he left his family,
Yes.
his wife and his son. So that shows that he was. What does he show? That show him to be. Supposedly, people accused him of being. How would you characterize a person who goes off to get enlightenment while leaving his family? Supposedly. How would you characterize a person that go and do something supposedly beneficial to oneself and live not caring what happens to his family? How would you call that person? Unresponsible is
irresponsible.
he's selfish. Okay? I'm not saying that's what I believe. Okay? Don't take it that I'm supporting this idea. I'm just saying some people accuse him of being selfish. It's up to you whether you would believe that he's selfish or he's good because he got enlightenment supposedly to help other people. So without his attaining enlightenment, then a lot of other people would have this religion that would teach them what's the right thing and the wrong thing to do. Okay, next. Roll. Only one. Yes. Yes.
I saw Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, right? So what did he do?
he is a worthy person, so he writes like Romeo and Juliet, Son of Venice, and then the problem is maybe he's too much influenced. Like the famous novel Romeo and Juliet, that the girl Juliet killed herself after her boyfriend.
heartbroken.
Yeah.
Yes, she believed that Romeo died.
If I'm a teenager with passion and with infatuation, maybe, and I love that novel. Maybe
You commit suicide as well, just because you're disappointed in love, heartbroken in love. You can sort of give me another bad side of Shakespeare if you know for 0.5. But I'm going back to the back row in the back and then sort of oscillate. Okay. Last person on the corner. Yes, come on.
Diego Maradona.
Tell us what is good about him. Why do we need to know about this guy? Microphone, yes.
Football player of all time.
Football, greatest one. However,
He used his hand to score a goal.
he used his hand to do what?
Score a goal.
To score a goal. So he cheated, right?
Yes.
Yes. So even though he actually helped the team of the nation. What was the nation, by the way? Argentina to get the World Cup. But actually he like tainted everything so that people doubted now whether Brazilian team was really good, really a great team at all, really, because they probably won it by just cheating. But in fact, if he didn't do that, the Brazilian may have won by themselves, right? No, I don't know. I'm saying hypothetically, if Maradona didn't do that, the Brazilian may have won by their own without the cheating. However, with his teaching, then everybody said, if he didn't do that, then the English would have won. See, it's always in doubt. Okay, thank you. Next. No one in that row, right? Come to. No. Second row down. No, he was he in the picture? No, okay. Got one row down. Yes. The what? Hitler. Hitler again. Please tell me why we should know about him. He was nationalistic. That's the only thing that is bad about him. Why is it bad to be nationalistic?
Killed so many people.
Kill who? What did he do? What did he do?
He was.
He was not just a politician. Politician is นักการเมือง He was more than that. Okay.
เป็นผู้ leader.
You have to know about Hitler.
การปฏิวัติ
You have to know about Hitler. Next.
revolution.
No. Leave it to someone. Go to the same row. She didn't have her hand up. No. That row, the same row. No. Go to this person. In the same row, please. None of them. Okay. So we come down to the next row. Okay, you. Mila, did she put her hand up? Okay. Mother Teresa. Okay, you must be prepared to give me the two sides. Okay, come on.
She take out children and people that don't have money.
So she helped the poor.
Yes.
She helped the poor and the orphans and everything. Yes. However,
she forced some people to change the religion. Keep some donate to be her own.
kept some of the donated money for her own use. This is the accusation, right? It may not have been, there may not have been any concrete proof, but this kind of thing has been spoken about her, that she was accused of doing these things, okay? Using the donation money illegally for her own selfish ends. And you have to keep control, yes? Next,
I see Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela,
He is the former president of South Africa.
South Africa. Yes. Why was he so great? There are a lot of presidents of a lot of countries. Why was he the one on the video? Must be something great about him.
He made black people and white people are equal in South Africa.
Okay. However,
And the best thing,
you say however.
however, he is
No. Say it in English, please.
bombing.
He bombed. So very easy. You know the word bomb, right? You make it into a past tense and it is bombed. So who did he bomb? He bombed what? What did he bomb?
The place about government.
The place? Governmental building. Government buildings, right? He bombed the government building. Yes.
To end the war.
To end the war. Oh, please, everybody, it's not war, nah? It's war. War. Everybody, please pronounce the word. War is war, nah? Okay. Apartheid. Apartheid is when, people are discriminated against in South Africa. And people just don't care about how the minorities are suffering. However, this is however. Okay, so he ended apartheid, but he actually used violence.
Yes.
Please remember the word violence คือความรุนแรง okay? He bombed, that's an action, but then you should sort of summarize what that is. Using bombing, why is it so bad? It's bad because it's violence and it killed a lot of people, right? Next. Who next? Okay.
I saw Bruce Lee in the video.
ใช่ป่ะ She the next. Okay. Bruce Lee, yes.
He was a famous Hong Kong American martial artist at that time.
What? Can you say it again? You're too soft. Can you speak more loudly, please?
He was a famous Hong Kong American martial artist.
Martial artist. Yes.
And he often credited with helping to change the way Asians is presented in America.
Okay. So he brought to light the Asian people. He brought the Asian people into a good light. People would consider and appreciate Asian people more. However,
while he was in school, he used violence in school and was fired.
oh, he used violence in school. Can you give me another? Thank you. Give me another bad side of Bruce Lee. I think he did. For 0.5 more, yes? Just for 0.5 more, yes?
Okay. So when he was a child, he have to practice the Wing Chun. Yeah. It's the skill like martial arts.
Martial art.
Yeah. And when he was a kid, it's like that. He asked his teacher to teach him like one-on-one lesson, but he don't give him. So instead, he stay in front of the place that they have to practice and tell all the friends that the class is off, and send all of his friends home, and then go back to the class and just study alone in order to get the skill most of.
So you're saying he's rather selfish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Selfish.
0.5, yes.
I saw
Shakira, yes.
She do the Barefoot Foundation, which help children, the poor children, and help in education.
So not only did she become famous singer, right? She got rich. She doesn't just get rich and then don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
She thinks that once I have the money, I should give back to the society by, forming some kind of foundation to help the less fortunate people.
But however, she do the plagiarism with the song. So she get accusation all the time.
She was just accused recently. She went to court. She was sued recently and recently went to court and was judged that she was guilty. So she had to pay a lot of money to recompensate for the song that she plagiarized. Next. Marco Polo, yes?
He was an Italian merchant, also explorer and writer. He traveled.
So he actually discovered a lot of new territories for Spain, right? For Spain, yes?
However, he also, like some academicians say that he didn't travel by his own, but he remembered the words from other merchants and write into the books.
Oh, so you can't believe all the tales that he told in his books. He didn't actually make the trip himself. Interesting. Who's next? Yes, who's next? Okay.
I'm sorry, Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong, yes?
Yes, he is the first astronaut.
He was?
He was the first astronaut to travel to the moon by Apollo 11. But however, this.
Yes, when you say however, you don't have to say but. It's,
However, some people think that it's fake that he went to the.
it's fake.
Yes, he went to the moon.
So he was, the US anyway was accused of faking the whole thing.
Yes.
And so if that was a fake, then
This
I forgot his name.
Neil Armstrong.
Oh, Neil Armstrong also was involved in the duplicity.
Some people think that US sunk everyone.
Plan it all to fool everyone. Yes, yes.
And I saw Galileo.
Oh, Galileo. Yes, Galileo. Yes.
He was the father of physics.
Father of physics.
Yeah.
He is actually. He is the father of physics. Yes.
However, some people believe that Galileo can't believe about Bible because because in Bible teach about how people can live.
No, what does the Bible teach you? Bible teach you what? The most important thing that the Christians believe is that
Teach about the real.
the what?
Real.
The real. Real is adjective. It's got to be a noun.
About love.
Huh? All about love. Point 5. Can you tell me what Galileo actually? Why Galileo was against the Bible? She said maybe 0.75, but I want it's not quite clear. I get you to get 0.5. Can you clear it up? What about Galileo? I don't know. Do you have any idea? I gave it to you.
Again, because he said that the sun is in the center of the galaxy. But at that time, the Bible says that the world
is a center. And actually, the Bible says God created everything. God created the universe. God created everything in the world. And Galileo was a scientist. So what he wrote and what he taught went against the Bible. So he was disliked by the people who are very religious Christians. So they disliked him anyhow. Well, that's what you believe, right? เฮ้ยแล้วอันนี้ไปยังไงไม่มีเหรอ Did not hold your hand up? Did you hold your hand up? I have to give the opportunity for those who held their hands up. Yes.
I saw Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, yes.
And we know Shen Long. He is Hong Kong. He famous in Hollywood because he can martial art.
Martial art, martial art, yes.
Martial art. However, he had a bad life, bad heart. Sorry about that. He had felt about his life in family because he has a new about affair with his.
He has
wife.
an affair.
Yes, and feel about his son because
It's
he
an
was addict to
extramarital affair, not with his wife, of course. Affair with someone who's not his wife. So he cheated on his wife, essentially. Okay, next.
I also saw Jackie Chan.
You get just 0.5 if you do that.
He rarely do he come to see his son and family like once a year, and
Yeah.
he always spend time with him.
Oh, so you're saying he neglected his family. He rarely visited his family, right? So just forget about it. So that's all that raised hands, right? So now, anyone else? Out. เป็นไรหมายความไงว่า do you mean everyone that's a subject ยังไม่มี verb เลยครูจะรู้เลย when you say something you need a subject and a verb right so everyone in this row what so I thought we went through all of them no not yet haven't okay next then they all raise their hands are you sure okay Ronaldo yes so
He is a captain of Portuguese.
soccer team and then that there are many captains of many soccer teams why he is so great not because he's the captain right what talking to the microphone I can't hear yes
Because he win a lot of the game.
can you speak more loudly into the microphone please can't hear
He win a lot of game. He can go back.
Shh. Be confident. Have self-confidence and speak loudly. Nobody is going to kill you, right? Nobody is going to do anything to you while you're afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up, please.
He can win a lot of the game and he can go a lot.
He can. Oh, don't worry, you're talking. Talk into the microphone, please. I really can't hear, and it doesn't go into the mic and the camera. Come on. What?
He win a lot of game and he is a good soccer player and he have a valuable that ค่าตัวเยอะที่สุด
Try to say in English.
He is a valuable player.
Which Ronaldo? He asked which Ronaldo is that? Think about it. Just 0.5 first. Yes. Next.
I saw Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, yes. Heavyweight champion. So he's very good boxer. A great boxer, very well known. He won many fights. Yes. Use violence. How? The what? He was boxing, of course he had to punch his opponent. But what did he do that he was not supposed to do? It's a punching, you're supposed to punch each other because you are a boxer, right? So on this arena, you box each other. What else? What did he do?
And he used the additive before business.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Addictive is an adjective. So he used drugs. So it's not unfair, right? Okay. What else about him? Tyson, come on. You have anything? They already answered. Finish?
I have teacher.
Okay.
Teacher.
Michael Jackson, what did he do?
He was an American singer, songwriter, and dancer, and he contributed his dancing style and his fashion.
Very unique dancing style.
However, he addicted to the surgery.
He addicted to surgery? Are you sure? No. He was not addicted to surgery. What was he addicted to? Surgery คือการผ่าตัด Who addicted to ผ่าตัดวะ I don't know. Okay, so you're talking about plastic surgery. Why don't you say so? That just surgery is like any kind. Okay. So he is supposed to be addicted to plastic surgery. Anyone can give me some other bad side about Michael Jackson? There are so many, not just because he's addicted. That's not so bad. That's his personal thing. If you want to get a lot of plastic surgery, that's his problem. It should not hurt anyone. So what did he do that he, supposedly be bad to other people? Now everybody, okay? Last two person on this, okay? Yes, quickly, please.
Teacher, can I add something to my
Yes, sure.
He raped
Who?
someone and after that he got arrested.
Who is he?
Mike Tyson.
Oh, Mike Tyson. You want to add to that?
Yes.
What did he do?
He raped someone.
He did? That's the first time I know. Okay, I'll give you 0.5. But he did something that is very bad that you should know, guys. You got a 0.5. Anybody want a 0.5? Yes? Yes, microphone up there, please.ยังมีด้วยเหรอ When I'm talking about Michael Jackson, if you don't know anything more. Oh no, not Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson and Tyson. Tyson and Michael Jackson. Mike Tyson and Michael Jackson. The two of them have some very bad sides. Supposedly, yes.
Mike Tyson in 2005, he invited a girl named Jenna Jackson to play porn with him.
Oh, to watch the porn. Oh, to act on the porn.
To be actor of the porn.
And he taped himself and this girl.
And in 1999.
Make a porn film. Okay, anything else about Tyson?
And in 19.
Okay, go 0.5. Yes.
Michael Jackson in the luxury life.
That's not wrong. You have money, so you can live a luxurious life. What's wrong with that? Why do you make money if you don't want to have a luxurious life? Yes?
He overdosed all the drugs.
Drug overdose. He was addicted. Somebody said that already. No? Okay, I give you 0.5. Anybody? Come on, he was accused. Seriously, he went to court. He was sued. Yes. Over here.
He was accused that he did something about sexual harassment.
What did he do, supposedly? What did he say what did they say he did?
He molested
Supposedly.
30 years old boy.
Supposed to have molested young boys. So he had this, his place is called Neverland, right? And so he invited a lot of boys, young boys, to this place and stayed overnight, okay? But of course he said that he didn't do anything, but some of the boys came out and claimed that he sort of had he did some improper sexual advances to them. So it's like sexual harassment, okay, to them. However, all the accusation was dismissed, okay, in the end. So a lot of people still believe that he didn't do it, and some still believe that he did it, okay, but he's now dead. Yes? Okay, you want to add some more? Yes.
He is a leader of India, and that's about the religion. But in the other side, it has...
No. Tell me how he did as a leader, what he did as a leader of India. Because there are several leaders of India, but why is he so well known?
He gave the freedom to India.
Independence. Independence from
India.
Hey, for India from who? Independence from what? Go and search. Why don't you read the whole thing?
From England.
Yes. This one. Microphone, please. From England. From England, because India was, what do you call it? Oh, that's a Thai word, but I'm trying to think of the colony. One of the colonies of the UK. And so he used what? So peaceful means. Yes. Do you have a however?
Yes.
Okay.
He also used violence against his wife.
Really? That's the first time I heard. So he did use violence. Oh, on his wife. So somebody claimed that. So he's like not quite so peaceful a person in reality, whether you believe it or not. See? So that means that, are you timing this? Oh, you forgot to time this. we can't go beyond half an hour. So he got 1 point. Anybody? You have more time or not? Oh, you said something already, right? So give the chance to that person, this one and that one. Yes?
Add you more about Michael Jackson.
Some more, yes.
First, Michael Jackson, his skin is black.
Yes.
But he changed his skin.
Trying to change his skin color.
His skin to white, and then because of, I think it's a kind of drug, right?
Addicted.
He addicted to the plastic surgery.
That's what she said already.
So
That's what she said already. But my question is it bad? Why is it bad that, if you're born dark and you want your skin to be lighter, don't we do it? A lot of girls in Thailand are doing that. So why is it bad? I mean, I'm trying to just argue with you. Don't believe that this is what I'm trying to push or anything. But I just want you to think and maybe argue with me on this point. Why? I mean, if you think it's bad that you're born with a sort of black skin and you try to change your skin to lighter tone, and you think that's bad?
I think it's bad.
It's bad.
He's also for his health.
So it's bad for his health. That affected his health. That's all. But if it's done safely, then there's nothing wrong with not being satisfied with how you were born with.
I think he.
Okay, but you got 0.5 anyway. Yes. Oh, 3 more and that 4 more. That's it. That's it. Yes, 4 more. This and that. That's all. Yes.
I saw Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, somebody said Abraham Lincoln already. Next, please.
I saw Lenin.
The word Lenin. Yes. What did he do?
He was a Russian revolutionary politician.
Yeah. So it's good, right?
Yes, and he.
Why was what he did good?
So he introduced the idea Leninism.
Which is good?
Because it's a political theory for the
establishment
of the dictatorship, and many people support him.
So establishment of the dictatorship. Is that good or bad?
And he made Russia better.
Oh, so you think that his ideology actually was good for Russia at the time, made Russia great. Because when you have a country in a lot of trouble, you need a very strong armed leader, like a dictator. And he can sort of say, we do this, we do that, and nobody can say, no, it's bad, we don't want to do it. And then you have to take the poll and things like that, and it took a lot of time. So things go too slowly to fix a problem in a country that is in a bad state, right? So he introduced dictatorship, which actually allowed the leader to do whatever you want. And that improved Russia at the time. Now, why is it bad?
However, it's bad because this creates struggle for in the country and brainwash other people. And he was a ruthless leader.
Ruthless. He was very ruthless. That means that actually a lot of people who didn't agree with him got... Huh? What did he do? They got killed. So a lot of people that went against him was summarily killed with no trials. That person, that's it. Oh, somebody said that already, so let's skip that. No, we don't have any more time, sorry, yes. Yes, microphone over here. Yes, no. What did he do?
He is a Soviet Air Force pilot who became a first human to journey to outer space.
But
ไม่รู้เมื่อกี้เลยพอยไฟ
okay, yes. Jesus, yes, I'm interested to hear. You're gonna have a however? Do you have a however? Don't tell me just the good side of Jesus. That's not the purpose. I want you to be able to figure out the bad and the good side of one person. Do you have a however? No. We know who Jesus is and we know why he is good. I want to hear why he's bad. You have anything to say about Jesus? No? Okay, time's up. Time's up. Let's go to our discussion. First group, please. First pair, please come up.
Good morning, everyone.
Shh, everyone, quiet down, please.
My name is Shinika Demarikun, 6205536.
And my name is Silasit Santik Lakhana 6205581. So we will begin with our role play.
Which type of leader do you want?
Why is your shirt hanging out of your pants? Oh no! You're gonna put it back in, right? After your role play? Because you're gonna lose the points.
I'm a fan club of President Donald Trump. I will choose him because he will give us a war that we won't have to fight against each other and we won't have to lose any member in our family. We will fight with economic war and exporting and blacklisting.
I'm a fan club of Hitler. I want the radical leader that do a lot of war. I want to kill some people. I want everything that is related to war. Yes, I want all Jews to die. So I will choose Hitler.
No props, Why don't you prepare any props, You have to should point out why the role play should be more thought-provoking. Yeah, you could do it yourself. So, what do you think I should say? What is it? Should say what? Heil Hitler. What else? What else should I say? The what? What else? What else do you think he would be saying? No. Anyone? No. See, you should prepare props. Okay, try to think of props that you can use to get into character. And then what you role play should be to the point and get people to immediately see, okay, what the issue is and why you should discuss about this guy. What else did he do? Anyone? No? What do you think? What would he say? What if you were him, what would you say? No? What? Very good, 1 point. Because that was what he did. That was so bad. He killed how many millions of Jews?
6 million.
So he said, kill the Jews, right? What about you are comparing with this guy? So, what would he do? What would he say?
American first.
American first. Someone, 1 point. Whoever that is. So you don't get it because you're the one leading the
Let's build the wall.
Let's build a wall between US and Mexico. Yeah. Anything else? Yes. Make America great again. Yes. Over there. Over there.
Trade war with China.
is bad, criminal. Very good. What something. Oh, what about this? Should I wear this lah? No, who said no, why not? Yes. You remember one of our stars, a few stars or singers or something, was wearing a swastika or, acting as a Hitler somewhere, yeah. And then they went crazy. The people, the newscasters abroad, they all said very bad things about him. That, why did he make fun of this speaker? It's not funny. So what do you think about that? Sure, you make such a fuss about this, or it is really not a good thing to do. Why? And the question is it something that you should really avoid doing or making fun of this guy, even though it's just for fun, just for a show? Or, we should be sensitive to this issue, really sensitive to other people, not the Thai people. But we should be sensitive to that issue. What do you think? Yes?
I think that we should be sensitive about what other countries think about this issue, because it's our history that we have learned from the past about how bad or how pure it is to be someone.
So it's not good to make fun of this thing.
Yes, because in some other people, they might see it's the loss for them, such as German people.
Very serious loss for the Jewish people. The next generation, they're still feeling the impact of what do you call it? The extermination of all the Jews that Hitler ordered. Who is for this? Who is thinking that, why are we just doing it for fun? What's such a big deal about this? What do you think? No? You are against doing it? So why? Your reason, please.
I think that we should not make fun of him because, like he said, that it is a very serious issue, and I feel that we should be sensitive and considerate. Like, we have no right to say that it is funny. We didn't suffer through it. There are people who have families that die in that war, and I don't think it's something that we should be funny about. It's only funny that
Prince Harry got into big problem too. He wore swastika to a party, a Halloween party once, and all the newspapers came out and said, and he did have to apologize publicly for doing that. Anyone is for this, and then you think that, it should be okay. I mean, it's not our problem. Okay, I think I saw his hand for a while, then he stopped putting up his hand. I would like to hear him. Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's not our problem, because when I was young, I never learned about history of B, about the QL of B, and it is the past thing that has passed. It's just a story. Everybody should pass it. And
let it pass. We should not learn from the history. We should not learn from history. I mean, if
the history is not the truth. The winner write the history.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. So if you ask the Germans, some of them might see this in another side, in another angle.
If the people war, maybe history will change.
Yes. Who talked about Hitler just now? What was his good side about Hitler? Actually, he had a good side, right? Over there, yes. Let's give it to the person in the back. I'm talking about, he's saying he wouldn't be a good guy if Germany won the war. He would turn out to be a good guy. But then he did lose, right? Yes?
He has plenty to talk to people and yes, to leader or
the what?
he can make a good thing and he uses his power, his talk
To do what?
Talk to do a good thing. He can talk to do a war too.
But is it good?
If he
To incite people to wage war, is that good?
no.
Why is it good?
If he do people to do a good thing, talk to people. He have power.
What good things? I don't know, you have to be more clear, a bit more specific. What was he do? What was so good and a good outcome that come out of his inciting his country to wage war? Huh?
He make his country strong.
Can't hear.
He make his country strong.
Strong. He made his country stronger. They came together and they're more proud of their country. So the economy actually grew very strongly. The economy became a lot stronger than before. They were very poor. They lost the First World War. So economy in Germany was very bad. People lost their pride in the country and everything. But then when Hitler came out to get people to unite together to fight an enemy, get Germany be so great again, then actually economy got better. A lot of people became more proud of their country. Anyway, one more.
He also made modern medical advancement, the first motorway at Volkswagen.
It started in his time, did it? The car. It started in Hitler's time. Are you sure? I didn't know that. Anyhow, I would allow them to continue with your thing. So, for those guys who are coming next, please think about using props in your role play. Yes, please.
Just watch our video.
But why did it say in the subtitle to stop blaming the minorities? That's what they say, right? Huh? I hope you understand. I hope you know that you're supposed to compare them, the similarities and the differences, okay? So, that's what your job is. And your video clip is actually does not seem to point out why they're similar or why they're different.
From the video, you can see that the clip compare the similar point about between Hitler and Trump.
What similar? I don't see the similarity. They just put the mustache on him. That's all.
In the subtitle, they say that Hitler blamed the Jewish, and also Trump also blamed the Muslim.
Oh, but the subtitle said, "Don't blame the minorities." I thought that's what they said. The subtitle was not what they said, right?
Yes.
It's very misleading. Subtitle.
We call
the word Trumper is from combined between Trump and Hitler.
Combination between.
Combination between Trump and Hitler is the similar point that the two have the same. He always blame people who different from him.
Okay.
The question from the
Can you come up here? Why are you standing there? That's not the place. You are going to lead the discussion. Come up. You both of you, you're supposed to discuss with each other first.
So, may I ask you a question?
You are supposed to discuss with each other first before you ask them to join in. So come to the front here, over there, okay. And then you together, you discuss about these two guys first. Okay, you discuss what you think about the two first. Why they are similar, why they are different. Do you think that they are the same somehow? What makes you think they are similar? That's what you should prepare to discuss. Not to throw everything to the floor from the very beginning. You are supposed to lead the discussion till you start the discussion together between the two. Why do I pair up? I ask you to, come on, everybody listen. You have to agree with each other first, what to say to each other, discuss first. Make a script if you don't know. Write a script. รู้จัก script ไหม And then I'm gonna say this, then you respond like this. And then I will say, they respond to you like this, and then you say something else. And make it into an issue, and then you then ask them what you think, what they think. Okay, go ahead.
So do you think that Trump and Hitler have something similarity?
Something similar. Similarity is a noun. Similar is an adjective. Okay. So you think that they are similar somehow? Yes? Do you think that they're similar? Yeah. You just talk. Just like talking, chatting together. Yeah. Do you think they're similar?
I don't think he is similar because
they are
not similar. Because Trump was a president who controlled the whole country.
But he's a leader of the country. Hitler controlled the whole country too. That's what you should say. Argue with her, right? So that's a similarity, not a difference. They control different countries, yes, but both of them are the leaders of their respective countries, and they control the whole country, right? They have power over the whole country, actually. So that should be a similarity, not a difference. Yes?
But I think that they have some same style of how to lead the country. They want their country to go to the war.
No, come on, guys! You have not studied these two guys, You think Trump ran in his campaign? He campaigned that exactly that he is going to pull U.S. out of wars in other countries. Why do we have to fight for these guys who make their problems themselves? They are their problems. Why do we have to send our troops in there to fight for them? That's what he campaigned about. So he was going to pull out of the war. So that's the difference.นี่อะไรที่ the same guy บอก different you say it's different when they're actually the same. But when something are the same you say they're different. You didn't study them closely, Huh? That's not the same. What else are there similar? What are the other similarities? You find me one.
I think the similarity is they are both good leader of the country.
that's debatable. Okay, let's debate. He is claiming that they're both good leaders of the countries. So who wants to debate that? Argue about that? Do you agree with them or not? Oh, okay. And then over there, yes, and then you, you, yes.
For my opinion, I think maybe Hitler is not the good leader at all. The not good leader at all, because the good leader will not lose the fight.
Will not have lost the war.
Yes, if you know that when you fight, you will lose, so you have no need to fight at all. You have to think first that it will affect to your country or not.
But you know, he wouldn't know. He believed that he was going to win. That's why he went into war. He believed he was winning.
It's because he is just too much trust in himself, in his country.
Conceited, right? He's a conceited person. I don't know what that is. So he believed in himself too much. Okay, and that's a similarity, isn't it, between Trump and Hitler? Because Trump seems to believe in himself a lot. Yes. Everything he says, everything he does are the best for the country. What is best for me is best for the country.
It depends from how, because America is great, right? It's better. From now, I think that America is the first country in the world, right? The number one. So I think he can do everything that he wants because he leads the best country in the world.
But it was best before he came in. Do you think that it is the best, still the best now?
Now, if just compare with each country one by one, I think America is still good.
Yes, that one first. Oh, hello, microphone, where is the other microphone? Go pass it along, please. Yes?
I don't think Hitler is not good leader. Well, actually, during the World War II, he's great at attracting people, alluring by his speech. But in terms of doing a war, he isn't that good, because if you don't know, his rank is only 63. Hitler is only 63.
Rank.
So when he ordered to do something with doing the action about the war, he isn't good in ordering. And then, in fact, he doing the which war, I don't exactly know the name of that event. It's named Normandy, I guess. He led UK soldiers. Dunkirk. He led the UK soldiers alive. So
yes,
that's
actually he trusted his generals too much, you see.
No, he didn't trust his general.
Because it was the general, he believed in that general. What was his name? Can't remember. And the general was in bed. I mean, he didn't know that, you know, the troops already on the beaches on the day. So they didn't respond in time. And Hitler just trusted his generals, I think. Yes? Narrative first, and then you, yes? Yeah, you have to argue with him, but I don't think that you studied the two guys.
For Hitler, I think
detail enough.
For Hitler, I think he's a great speaker and he has
he's a good rhetoric.
He has great rhetoric skills and he has the ability to persuade people with their nationalism.
To follow him.
Is
that the similarity or the difference between the two guys?
The similarities between Hitler and Trump is that they are able to incite the nationalism in their people.
So Trump also is a good person who sort of try to rally people about him.
Rhetoric skill is just one aspect of being a leader. In the case of Hitler, he is not skillful at war. So I think he's a great leader. And in Trump's cases, his some of these action questions, whether they are good or not, and I think it's debatable whether he's a good leader
or not. He made him personally. Why don't you call him? Yes, you should respond.
Argument against everyone. Everybody saying Hitler is a bad leader. I think he's good leader. The fact that he lost the World War II isn't his fault at all. I think it's Germany's fault that tried to attack US first. If you know that Hitler actually won half of
whose fault was that?
It's Japan's fault that they lost.
Japan.
Because actually in the war, German almost won all the war by themselves already. When the France actually falls to the plan of Hitler, and the Dunkirk one that this guy told is actually good way to do the war, because they choose to kill as much as soldier they could possible, because it will be beneficial to actually kill a guy more than let them escape and then try to capture the land. The fact that they kill a lot of soldiers in that battle is actually a good thing to do. And the attack launching in Poland actually...
But a lot of get away, a lot got away.
Actually only English got away.
I see.
But everybody else...
But why do you think that, are you saying that it's a fault of the Japanese that they lost?
Because they tried to attack the USA first, in the first place, because Germany is not know how much force USA control in that time.
So you're saying if the Japanese didn't attack the US would not come into the war
I think
or join the British to fight?
The war will change.
So if the US kept on their own, not joining the war, the Germans would have won. They would have won. Okay, that's a good idea, a good point, maybe. Yes. Who else there? Okay, over there first. The microphone is there. Yes. Are you timing this? คือจะต้องร่วมนะเห็นไหมว่าเวลา you see when they say something I would respond and try to interpret what he said to make it clear and then respond to say whether that's a good thing, is that a similarity, is that the difference, what about Trump, is he the same as what you're saying? Yes.
I think Hitler lost World War II because in the secret code of his country it have high Hitler and because America can แกะภาษาอังกฤษIt's with Enigma.
So
password of the letter in
you're saying because of the scientists in the UK, the mathematician, right?
Yes.
That helped the UK and the US to win the war.
Yes.
So without the scientists, but you know, what about the nuclear bomb? Do you know that actually the the Germany also is trying to develop nuclear bombs as well?
I don't know.
Actually, because Albert Einstein was a German.
Yeah.
And then what happened was the US went and smashed away Einstein and make him work for the US and invented the bomb. So without the spying and the espionage, the system of spying and espionage ก็คือ work underground เนี่ย without that then the US might have lost. But because US has better technology, right? So they send up planes to survey and took pictures of the terrain, and they found these factories of the Germans that's trying to develop the bombs. So with better technology, I think, of the US, that's why his side won the war. I think. What do you think? Anyhow, any other point? Yes.
I
want to Albert Einstein isn't 100. I think. Okay. In German.
Germany.
A person who is not 100% German, or even in the past, or even have a wife or a friend of a wife or a family of a wife be Jewish, they will be banished or
sent to a concentration camp and
Albert
killed.
Einstein had a wife who blah blah blah. So he escaped. Yeah, that's what I make a research for my nuclear atomic bomb presentation. So I found out that Albert Einstein escaped by himself
because he was a Jew.
and many German scientists escaped from Germany.
Because most of them are Jewish,
And they
sort of.
won the Manhattan Project in the US.
Okay, thank you. And you have prepared questions or not? I haven't heard you ask any questions. Yes? And what are the PowerPoints? You don't get to the PowerPoints? Why don't you? No, but you should not show the questions on the PowerPoint. Don't show the questions on the PowerPoints. You're supposed to prepare to ask the questions. Alright, but don't show them on the PowerPoints. It's your job to be able to express your questions to them, to get them to respond. That's how we discuss things, and not to read your questions on the PowerPoints. Your PowerPoint should be introduction, so please show us some of your PowerPoints.
So, in our PowerPoint, we show that who is Hitler. Hitler was
This is mine, right?
Chancellor of Germany from 1933 to.
But I can't see anything, you know. That's very difficult to see.
Yes.
Can you read that?
And served as leader of the Nazi Party.
Oh.
Okay, and then he's a man who fought World War II, and he killed 6 million of Jews in the Holocaust.
In the Holocaust.
Yes. That's what he do. So I have a fight to discuss that. With him or without him, which will be better or not without him.
If the question is, if Hitler doesn't exist, would the world
Would have been better.
or the worse?
Or worse. Better or worse. Without Hitler. Okay. No, go ahead. Ask them. Because you ask a question. Come in front and then call them up. Oh yes, call them up. Already? Oh, I don't see who.
A lot of people won't die. A lot of people won't die.
So, are you saying it's better or worse?
Better.
Without Hitler, it's better?
Yes.
There is no we will have no World War II. But
however, you argue. Why do you think it's better?
However,
What
in World
worse?
War II we have developed a lot of technology that in the world.
Good point. Who would like to argue with this? You agree or not agree with him? He is arguing that without the Second World War that Hitler started, we wouldn't have enjoyed all the technologies, advanced technologies that we have been able to enjoy nowadays. For example, what? Give them examples of the technologies that we enjoy that actually originated from the Second World War. Nuclear what? Oh, nuclear is an adjective, guys! So now, differentiate between nouns and adjective now. Nuclear what?
I mean, it's
nuclear what?
And then they use it.
We don't benefit from nuclear bomb. What do we benefit from?
Yeah, I'm asking them what they say that nuclear, and then they adapt to do a lot of things related. You know,
the invention of nuclear bomb led to what? What is the thing that benefits us? That, the what? X-ray machine. X-ray machine from nuclear. The use of nuclear reaction. and nuclear elements. Okay.
I just want to support him that if we don't have the
World War.
So a lot of art won't die because of Hitler destroy a lot of city that have the that has amazing of art or culture.
Yes, a lot of arts got destroyed.
Got destroyed by Hitler.
Yes. And yes.
But however, if Hitler didn't do, there will be many. Some people will do that eventually.
Do what? Destroy the arts? You think so?
Yes, because.
But anyway, then I would argue that without the war started by Hitler, then some people would have invented nuclear reaction anyway. Without having the World War, they killed a lot of people.
We didn't see the result of the nuclear.
Why not? Then some scientists would have invented the mechanism and the techniques. Eventually, anyway, but not very soon, not quickly, but eventually, I can argue that it could come about. Why do you need the World War for that to happen? Is it worth it? Is it worth it that we have the World War and a lot of people got killed so that we can have right now all the technologies that we can use? Or you can give me some other examples that will convince me that without the war, then we would really sorry miss this technology. Yes? Doesn't work?
I think it's not only about the technology. I think it's about after the World War II, there is a serious awareness of everyone trying to prevent the war. So without the World War II, I think there will be a more serious war coming later, and then people awareness about the dangers or monstrosities of the war will come more slower than it is intended. So I think in the name of sacrifice, I think there will be more people falling victims to the war.
To the war. If we didn't have that. Yes, but why don't you link them together, Try to link them together. Okay, go ahead.
Donald John Trump is a 45th and current president of the United States. He took office on January 2017. Previously, he was a real estate mogul and a former reality TV star. He turned his attention into politics, and in 2015, he announced his candidacy for president of the United States on the Republican ticket. And he became the official Republican candidate on July 19, 2016, and in that news, he was elected the 45th.
These are data that we don't need. Okay, you don't have to just say that he became a president. But then the essential thing is that why do we discuss them together? What are the things that he did that are the same as Hitler? What they did was good or bad, that kind of thing, the pros and cons.
The next is, the question is, have you ever heard the hashtag World War III around year? That the General Qasem Soleimani was killed by the American drone in Iraq. My question is, does the elimination of the Soleimani was the best choice, or there is other choice?
That doesn't make any connection with Hitler at all. That is about Trump alone. Now make a connection. Why are you talking about that elimination of that general in connection with Hitler? Why is that connected to Hitler?
This can lead to World War.
It could have led to World War II. So you are saying that Trump could inadvertently lead the world into another world war. Okay, so that's a connection because you're saying Hitler actually led the world into World War II. All right, but now, can you see the difference though? However, you should say however, right? See, I'm trying to get you to be critical. And she's making a connection that says, okay, Trump doing these things of killing this general, Iranian general, right? Could actually trigger another world war. So that actually links him to Hitler because Hitler was supposed to be the one who triggered World War II. So that's kind of a little bit of a similarity. But can you see a difference? You can say, but however.
But however, can you see the difference between this World War and this?
No, the difference between what Trump did and what Hitler did. However, you don't argue, right? Can't see the difference. Can you see the difference though between these two persons in being the instigators of World War? Yes, microphone. Okay.
Yeah, there is a difference because for Hitler, he had to do it because the German was very suffered from the World War I. Yes, but for Trump, it is something that Trump just worry about the future, right? About that something that that sorry to. It's just about the future, but for Hitler, it's about the current situation that the Germany suffered.
Anyone else want to contribute? Yes.
Qasem Soleimani was sent a soldier to destroy he caused the death, hundreds of dead U.S. prisoners.
Yes.
That's why Trump decided to eliminate him.
Yes. But that's a difference, right? It's the difference then between Trump's action that might lead to World War II and Hitler's action that have led to World War II. That's the difference because Trump did that because he wanted to show that that the power of the U.S. That,
because
no, you can't kill us. But I think that Hitler did that to bring Germany together and make it great again. And he did it. He brought along the World War. He declared the World War against other countries intentionally. Intentionally. What you might not agree with me, but I think that it's like he knew that his action is going to lead to war, right? But Trump, I don't think Trump knew. He didn't realize the repercussion of his actions, don't you think? Right. Yeah, and you have. Okay, yes. So that's the difference. He did that for his own benefit. So that he gets elected again. Because whenever a country goes to war, then the people in the nation will rally around the leader. And, they would, the current leader, and his popularity level will rise, the leader's popularity will rise every time a country goes to war, and he knows that. So he did that, so that his popularity level would rise, and it did. Drastically during that time. So that's his his objective in doing that, which is different from Hitler, I think. What do you think? Okay. So what's the time? Keep up. But you have another question or no? Okay. So make a conclusion, then we can move on.
So my conclusion is both Trump and Hitler have many influence to the people in this nation that he both can lead this country to the war. I think that is similar
in that. I think the similarity mainly comes from the fact that they're both discriminating.
Yes.
Discriminating against minorities and immigrants, and that's what they're the most strongly similar things that connect the two. Because Trump is very discriminating, racist, and Hitler was also racist. Yes. And all their actions are dictated by the fact that they are racist and discriminating against. Or at least Trump may not be racist himself, but he's driven by the people that were backing him. The people backing him, like Ku Klux Klan, backing him with a lot of money, and they're very racist, right? So he had to have this policy. That's why his policy is like this. Okay, so thank you very much.
Okay, good evening class. We are group 6. We are going to talk about King Shinawat and also My name is Box Engineer 6205584. We have something to show you, so let's get started with our lesson. Hello guys. I would like you to sign up this project please for me. Thank you very much. Nice to cooperate with you.
Knock. Ma'am, are you in there? Knock. Ma'am, I'm gonna come in. Hello, ma'am. I'm here to arrest you. I'm the police. You're free to go by.
Okay, so last role is the story of the Ying'an when she got suspect for the page of rice, like a sale of rice, and something that the police helped him to run away. So do you think that
the police did help her? Oh.
Some like 3 policemen, I think.
Oh.
So do you think that she has to run away because she feels guilty, or do you think that she doesn't want to be...
Face the music. The term is face the music, which means that you don't want to get your comeuppance, ก็คืออะไรผล the result of what you don't want, the punishment. So to escape the punishment, or she escaped abroad, right?
Yes, she
flew away. The question is whether she did that because she felt guilty, she felt sorry for what she did, or she didn't want to get punished for it. Right? That's your question.
Yes, that's my question.
Okay.
Does anyone want to answer?
If she has been, if she doing a criminal like the others, why the police or or the person who important, and then to helping to catch Ying Lam. Why?
Can you state the question again? We don't know what you're asking.
I mean, why did the people in another country doesn't help to catch Ying Lam?
Oh. That's a question? Okay. Give him 3 points. But they're asking you another question. You're not responding to their question. Right?
It's okay.
So what you want to respond to him is asking a question.
Because his father Thaksin
He has a lot of money. That's the important thing. So he's quite rich. He's very rich.
That's why nobody can catch Ying Lam because Thaksin pays all the money.
But why don't you answer him? He asked a question, or it was a very easy question. Anyone would like to answer? He's asking whether Ying Lam flew away and ran away, to other countries because she felt sorry for what she did, or because she didn't want to get punished. And that's so trivial a question, isn't it? Yes?
I think that she ran away because she didn't want to get punished.
Why do you whisper? They can't hear. They want to get into the camera so that if they came back to power, you're going to get into jail. We're going to censor this class. No, we have a freedom of speech in this class. So, you definitely believe that she just didn't want to be punished, of course. But then the more important question is whether she believed that she was guilty or she believed that she was innocent. That's why she escaped away. Because, she might still feel that I didn't know anything about it. It was not my fault. Why should I go to jail? So if I have the money, then I should escape, try to fly away. Okay? Because it was not my fault. I didn't know anything about it. So, is that what she believed? She believed that she was innocent, or she believed that she is guilty, but she just didn't want to be punished for it. Yes?
But what if she felt innocent? But why did she have to escape?
She did that because she felt that she would not get a fair trial.
But I think
because everybody and the person in power is now against her. It's the military junta are now in charge of the country, so she would not get a fair trial. They all believed that she was guilty. So yeah.
But then there's evidence that the military is trying to sue Ying Lam.
The what? The military is
trying to sue.
Yes.
Ying Lam, so that they must have the evidence that they can sue Ying Lam, so Ying Lam has to escape.
Yeah. So you believe that? You believe in the evidence? So are you going to say why this thing that you're asking actually links Ying Lam to Aung San Suu Kyi? Does it show something that is similar or difference between Ying Lam and Aung San Suu Kyi or not? Yes, listen. Yes? I can't hear you. Can you speak loudly?
Both Aung San Suu Kyi and Ying Lam are Prime Minister woman.
Oh no. This fact that you're asking it, that Yingluck escaped from this country to get away from the military junta. Okay? Is that something that shows a similarity or difference between Yingluck and Aung San Suu Kyi or not? Remember, you're not here to talk about one person and the other person separately. Remember, you are here to make a connection, to figure out, identify similarity and the difference between the two. Anyone, can you tell me what this action of Yingluck, how this action of Yingluck show the similarity or difference between the two persons?
It shows the difference between himself and Aung San Suu Kyi because Aung San Suu Kyi decided to not escape Colombia when she got punished. She decided to stay there and stay in the house.
Burma. Very good. Now, that's what you should have been saying, right? Make the connection that the differences between the two persons is then, by this example, is that Aung San Suu Kyi was accused of wrongdoings, right? And she was going to be punished. But she did not run away. She chose to stay back in Burma and was under house arrest. House arrestคือyou have to stay, can't go anywhere outside the house. She's actually in jail really, but it's in the house, in the whole home. So she chose to stay, however, Yingluck did not. So they didn't have the money. You're saying because Yingluck Aung San Suu Kyi didn't have the money. If she had the money, she would have flown. You think no, because her husband and her children flew away. They left. Her husband was with her at the beginning, and then she told him just go back to the UK because it's going to be dangerous. Yes. Aung San Suu Kyi chose to stay and let the husband to leave. Okay. So go ahead. What are the okay? You should introduce Yingluck, who she is, briefly, and then introduce Aung San Suu Kyi, who she is briefly, and then make a connection. Okay. Don't go into too much detail of what she was, where she went to school, and what she did this year or that year. We all know about it. But make a connection. Yes? Go ahead. Yes. Now you make a distinction then between. Go ahead.
So Aung San Suu Kyi is also first female to become
Prime Minister. She is the first female Prime Minister also. So that's a similarity.
And then she's also known as the east side of the door.
So what's the difference? First, female prime ministers, but the difference was that he said Yingluck became prime minister with the help of her brother. However,
Aung San Suu Kyi used only her skill to become the prime minister.
Because of her own ability.
also Iraq has run away from the problems, but Aung San Suu Kyi stay with the problems and try to solve it. So we have a short video for you guys to watch. This one. So the video before is the Thai famous singer called Carabao. Wrote a song about Aung San Suu Kyi, what she does and what she did before. So another question that I want to ask you guys is, do you feel like to run away from the problems like Iraq, or do you like to face the problem like Aung San Suu Kyi?
I want to face a problem like Aung San Suu Kyi because sorry Aung San Suu Kyi.
Finish your
Yes,
thought.
because problem need to fix it. Yes, it is my way.
What the problem?
I mean, what if you are facing the same problem as
You will face the problem. You will not.
So you want to stay with the guilty and everything that you have, like Aung San Suu Kyi just doesn't want to be against the Rohingya. So you want to still, so you doesn't want to immigrate all of them into your country?
Yes, I will do it.
You will do what? Would you allow the Rohingya immigrants back into Burma? You have to make the question clear. So what do you want to do? You would refuse them return. You would refuse them the return back to Burma, or you would allow them back.
I would allow them back because
You will allow them back.
yes.
Why? You have to tell them the problem. Why they don't want the Rohingya in Burma? Why?
Because they are people and I have a mercy with them.
Yes, but tell them why. You know why?
Why?
Why they want to go to push the Rohingya out of Burma?
Yeah, why?
You don't know. You should find out. Don't say things without actually finding out the more detail. Tell us why?
Because the population inside the Burma is large enough and they doesn't want to get any people inside.
No. Who can tell us why the Burmese don't want Rohingya people in the country? You got it already. Let me go to the one in the back there. No, close quickly, please. You're close. Okay.
They don't want to contribute a budget to those immigrants.
Not really. 0.5.
The reason they want to kick Rohingya out of the country is because of religion.
Part of it. 0.5. Anyone? Part is part of it. The reason that Aung San Suu Kyi gave, and actually a very serious reason, was that the Rohingya. You want to contribute to this so that I don't have to say? Yes?
The Rohingya has do some murder to the Myanmar.
Very violent people. Right, yeah. Very violent. No! Don't you think that they use religion as an excuse to kill other people? Is that a good reason to kill other people? By saying you're a different religion than I am, so I'm going to kill you. Actually, they are very violent people. Not all of them, not all of them. Some of them are very peaceful.
First of all, from I read on the news, that put the women from the Myanmar to left.
To what?
Left.
Rape.
Yes,
Rape the Myanmar people, the Buddhists.
Yes.
So the Buddhists in Burma have been suffering at the hand of the Rohingya people for a long time, according to the Burmese, to the Buddhist people, right?
Yes.
And so maybe it's like, if you have like the Muslim, they're like more or less Muslim people in Thailand who are, killing and raping the Thai people. Would you want them to go away? I
mean, do you think that the religion is the reason why they left?
Maybe, if they're different religions, but they don't use violence to treat people with different religion, then they can live peacefully with each other. However, according to the Burmese, the Buddhist people, they have been suffering under the hands of these people for a long time. And they're like multiplying because they can have many children, so they don't believe in using condoms or whatever. What do you call it? So they're multiplying, like their populations grow very quickly, and so that's what they say. It's a big problem for them. So, but that's an excuse. However, again, I like to use that word a lot. Yes. Yes. Then it's an excuse, right, of the government for pushing the people away outside the country. However, are you giving me a however? Allow. So they don't have protection. They don't use protection when they have sex. Increase. And so eventually, the Buddhists are afraid that the country will be overgrown with Muslims and they would be the minority. So what do you think about that? Is that a good excuse? Is that a good excuse? for pushing them away. Come on, somebody please give me the other argument, the side of the argument. Is it really? I mean, if we are in the shoes of the Rohingya, we wouldn't think it's a good excuse, right? I mean, yes.
Rohingya burn their temple. Burn their Buddha temple.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true too.
Myanmar and
I don't know what that is. Invaded
the temple in Myanmar. That's why
burn the temples and
hate Rohingya.
destroy all the construction. Now, do you know whose problem is this? Whose fault is this? You know anyone? What? Nanapit, you don't know this thing? Whose fault is this that the Burmese is facing? Do you know? It's the fault of the British. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Initially, British get the Burmese as a colony, right? So they send the workforce, which are Indian, which are also in relation to the Burmese, which are mainly Buddhism. And then when times go on and Burmese get their freedom, they got the thought of Buddhist supremacy, which think of the Muslims as a lower citizen, something like that. So that kind of sparked the conflict between the Burmese and the Rohingya, and then it escalated to a thing like that.
Yes. So according to the historians, they are blaming the British for many problems in the world, like the conflict between the Palestinians and the Israelis also originated from what the British did. When they colonized everything. Anyhow, there are more similarities and differences between the two. Anyone would like to contribute? What do you think would be the similarities or the difference between this? Yes? Check! They did say that already. Already. Anything else?
I will ask you, I will ask you, do you think young people should run the country or not?
From this example. Anyone? Do you think that more females should run the country? Why not? Why not? I think that isn't Aung San Suu Kyi a good leader of Burma? Who thinks she's not a good leader?
She's a good leader, but she's not good at
Huh? Good at what? She's
good at being leader, but she's not good at being
human rights. So you don't support her, even though her excuse. Don't think that her excuse is a sound one, a reasonable one.
I think it's okay to say that because Burma is a country of religions, like Buddhist. Because I think she said that it's okay to say that, but I don't think that you should just push them away from your country to.
What would she do? What would you recommend that she does? Then, without pushing or just trying to exterminate them all, just hunting them down. That's what they did. But if you don't think that that's a good thing, what they have done? What else should they have done?
I think she should just put them in the group or the part of the country and then find a place for them. Just put them away.
And don't allow them to go anywhere. Just stay in your place.
Just like that. I thought that it would be good.
Anyone would like to contribute? Similarity or difference between the two? I think I have some example. You have other, that's it, right? Oops
เดี๋ยวเพลงบนตะเคียนเดอะฟลอร์เป็นชอบ
ยิ่งรัก
แล้วมึงจะอินละ
อุ้ยไม่มีเลยอ่ะเป็นเชียงรายอ่ะ That's a figure right wait that's a picture that's her picture where is my this one is Aung San Suu Kyi
the years that I spent as a student in Chile, the years I spent at part-time as a wife and mother, the years I spent in a house arrest when my university, the University of Oxford, stood up and spoke up for me. During the most difficult years, I was upheld by memories of Oxford. These were among the most important inner resources that helped me to cope with all the challenges I had to face.
Okay, you have got the example of Aung San Suu Kyi speaking. I don't know whether I can find one of Yingluck. I used to have it. Let me try to find it. Who has it? What is this thing?
ใครว่าขับรถ
เฮ้ยไม่มา What is going on? You know what? Speaking English. เอาอยู่ไหนอ่ะ What's going on?
I will say that some group of the people might not accept us, but please ask for the many of the group of the people because the majority, some also support us because I think we also doing all the policy in the country. But anyway, and I came from the election. I think this is the one thing that the way to tell that this government satisfied with the people is democracy. I think this is the way that we are it should be. So that's why myself and my government we came from the election. So I think the election and the democracy has the process to monitor and to be judged and to evaluate myself that whether I should be in this position or not.
Okay, so comparing the two, what do you think about the two? Okay, it's okay to have this English as a leader of the country. Acceptable? Yes. Compared to Aung San Suu Kyi, yes.
I found one similarity of this female president. Aung San Suu Kyi, her father was a president before, and then she came and before she came a president, her father died when she was young from something I'm not sure, but she stepped up and
she saved the money.
She stepped up. And then she said it was her duty to continue
her father's legacy.
Yes, but I think both of them gained Western from their relative that
from the relatives.
Yes. Came from Thaksin Western, and then she.
So who has the better advantage? Which one? You think it's Yingluck?
That's because her brother's still there. Aung San Suu Kyi, her dad.
It's already dead.
I think maybe it's a sign that a female president, there's no president, no female president that maybe think that they born to be a female president, but their relative or it maybe inspire her. So I think.
So do you think that without the backup of the families, the connections,
inspiration,
would you still be able to become a female prime minister or leader of the government?
I think
if you come from the nobody,
most
with no
females
family
thought that
backup.
most females thought that there's less chance for them to be a president, to be a female president without some
connections, right? And they actually the similarities. They both were educated in England, right? But the English of Aung San Suu Kyi seemed to be a lot better than that of Yingluck. Okay, why is that? You know? You don't know. You don't know? What do you think? Offer me a reason why Aung San Suu Kyi's English was a lot better than Yingluck's. You think that Aung San Suu Kyi put a lot more effort into getting her English to be good?
Yes.
What about you? She didn't. Why would Aung San Suu Kyi need to learn English? Yes, microphone. นี่ไงต้องดูด้วยนะใครยกมือไม่ยกเลยเวลา times up. Okay, one last person. You and I'm sorry, you talked already. Yes. I can't hear.
I guess she was in Jakarta before.
The what?
Aung San Suu Kyi. The reason why she speak fluent English is because she was in Jakarta before.
Oh, she was?
I guess, I don't know.
I'm not sure about that. I didn't hear about that. What do you think?
I think that Aung San Suu Kyi is better at English because in the past, Myanmar is like one of the colony of England. So I think all the people
Okay, good reason. Yes, colonized by Britain, and a lot of people in those countries that have been colonies of Britain usually will speak better English. Also, she has an English husband. Okay. Sorry. Too late. Time's up. Let's move on. Thank you. You want to make a conclusion? But Yingluck didn't have an English husband. So excuse for not having good English, maybe. Okay, all right.
So these two are similar in the way of being the first female president of they deal with their solution.
Their power.
Deal with their problems are different. So
Different.
try to be like Aung San Suu Kyi, that face the problem and don't run away like
Okay. เขาเรียกว่า face the music. Everyone remember the terminology. Face the music. Yes. Time's up. You have something to say. Maybe we have some more time. We can talk more. However, we have to give the time to the next pair. Sorry. Don't be upset. We are limited by the time, okay? I really wanted to give you all guys all the time to discuss and talk. However, it's just I'm gonna be blamed for not letting you go home in time. Our next pair, please come up.
ไอ้ดีพูดสองคำกูชอบที่วันนี้มันยังไม่ได้พูดเลยอย่างไร
I hope you don't prepare too many slides now. I allow only 3, 4 only. And don't show questions. Don't show questions. You're supposed to speak it. Don't show it. Okay, don't rely too much on the slides. Okay, we are here to talk, to discuss together. Talk to each other. Right? Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will discuss about Michael Jackson and Jang Ji-hoon Len. My name is Thita Padma, 6205553.
My name is Sanawat, 5205698. So let's start with
Hello, Mo. Why do you dislike an artist look like a shoe?
Yes, I follow this artist. I like to listen to his music very much. It's pop.
I follow him too, and I love his voice very much.
Wow.
Who is he?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, you didn't mention his name.
Okay, and hey Mo, do you know this news? That he hold a charity concert and donate money.
Really? Who did he donate for?
He donate for the help the children and like food problems, and I think I will donate too.
Hey, I will go to. My idol not only have ability but also have kind heart.
Yes, I want to be like him.
And you don't make a connection again with Ray. And please remember, you're not here to just talk about one person. You are here to compare 2 persons. So you choose in your role play, then mention what Ray did. Did he also donate money in some foundations or to help the poor or whatever? Did he do that? Make a connection. Make a connection between the 2. So you have to find out what they did that are the same, what they did that are different. Guys, that's what I told you. We are supposed to compare them. That's why I put them together. Do you see any similarities or the difference between them?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. You should put that in your role play.
This is a video.
From the video, you can see what they do. They do same thing.
Similar.
Similar. Similar.
Not exactly the same.
Dancing.
So that shows that what? Do you think that Michael did it first or Rain did it first? Did Michael follow Rain's example or Rain followed Michael? Or they just did them independently without knowing that they're really doing similar things? Do you think that they did it intentionally? Whoever followed the other person did that knowingly or unknowingly? What do you think? Yes? Over there, please. Microphone.
This is what's from my thinking. I think that Rain or Jung Ji-hoon that follow the Michael Jackson.
Do you think he did it knowingly, intentionally?
Well, I think sometimes it's intentionally because some of movements are quite similar or at mostly the same. And that time.
So he did it knowingly.
Yes.
Yes. But do you think that he did it better or Michael Jackson did it better?
Well, it depends on the audience and what the audience thinking about it. But for me, I think that both of them are doing great.
So you think that both are great. Well, let us have an opinion of other people. Do you think that Rain is better than Michael Jackson or Michael Jackson is better than Rain? Yes? Anyone? Yes.
For me, I just know only Michael Jackson. So I think Michael Jackson.
You don't know Rain at all. He's not that famous, you think.
I have.
But he's my generation, maybe. Oh, not my generation. I'm older, a lot older than that. But the thing is, there's this comparison.
He is a legend, so that I can.
Legend.
Yeah,
he's a legend.
Like Michael Jackson. For me, I think.
So.
I never see the real Michael Jackson, but I have heard his name. But for Rain, I never.
You don't know. Oh, people went crazy for Rain for a while. Don't you know? No? Nobody knows about Rain anymore. You know? Oh, we go crazy for Rain for a while. Yes, over there. No, sorry. She put her hand up before that. Before you, yes.
I think Rain's because he followed Michael Jackson and he
What?
He didn't interest about like Michael Jackson before.
He what?
Did the same.
And it same like Michael Jackson did before.
So it was not exactly the same. Why you think it's better? I mean, you saying that you did better. Oh, he improved it. Go improve. Everyone improve. It's a word that means you make it better. So you think that it's okay to follow somebody else's work as long as you make it better? Do you believe that? Anyone? No? Yes or no? Anyone? I don't know. Yes? Yes?
She said that it's okay to follow.
No, she said she think doing was better, and because he didn't only follow Michael, he made it better.
But I think it's kind of like a plagiarism.
It's a kind of plagiarism.
Yes.
So should not do it. Even though you make it better, still wrong.
In the past, I don't know. But if it's
Now, if you follow the or some have some pattern
Pattern. Yes.
the dance like
Dance move.
to other bands, we will have some drama.
Yes. You have to pay, right? You have to pay if you want to sing that song or you know.
Give the credit that they cover.
Cover. They still have to ask for permission.
Yes.
Yes. Somebody over there, over here. You see what? Somebody, I don't know. You? Somebody got upset. Ow! Okay, this one first. And, yes. Better.
Because when is my idol.
Who is your idol? Bam Bam. Bam Bam. Is your idol. So you think that Bam Bam is better than Rain? No.
I mean Rain better than
Michael. But do you know that actually B2S yes, they actually confess that they adopt, actually they use Michael Jackson as their idol, like, you know. They idolize Michael Jackson as well as Beatles. So a lot of Korean boy bands actually was aping Michael Jackson and has him as their idols, and they fashion their dancing and singing and things a lot on Michael Jackson style. Don't you think? What do you think? What are the difference though between the two, Rain and Michael Jackson? Could you give us a difference? Anyone? You want it? Yes? What do you think?
It's like both of them, they are like pop stars.
Yes.
They came from the different religions.
Oh.
So they have like different kind of like the way they sing or like the culture a little bit. They can involve in the dance or.
Oh. So that shows in their dancing style, their singing style, because of their different cultures and the way they were brought up. Anyway, I give you a point. Let's go to her. Yes.
For me, I prefer Rain.
Yeah. Because you just didn't know Michael, maybe, huh? Is that why? I have to show video clip of more of Michael, huh?
Because Rain have a good behavior more than Michael Jackson.
Okay, so what is the bad behavior of Michael? That's what you should be saying. You should be the one that is responding to them by asking what are the bad behavior of Michael. Come and stand here. For example, what? Who's so tall?
No.
Huh?
For example, Michael Jackson have many girlfriends.
He has?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Really? Michael Jackson? I think he was accused of liking boys.
News.
He just went with who? Give me some of the girls that he went with. He didn't go around with many of them. No, he was accused of something else, not because he had a lot of girls. Yeah. Let me have. You said already. Okay, there. Okay. And then you, okay. Oh, sorry, my God.
For me, I think no one better than because I feel that Rain is not characterizing Michael Jackson, and each of them has individual style, and but it does look like each other, but I feel one of them not characterizing. the other one.
I prefer to
And you didn't see the clip? Did you see what they did in the clip? They modeled this the
It
same?
just look like, but each of them, I think, have individual style.
Oh, yeah. They have individual styles, but they still copy each other. You think that's okay?
Maybe it's
as long as you have your own style, but then you can do something that you copy from someone else. Is that accusable? As long as you have your own
I
style.
think it's just it's just inspiration.
It's inspiration. Yes.
I think Michael Jackson is better because he was named to be the king of pop. But
Rain is not. Yes. He was actually the king because he was actually the first one
he's the original man.
that took pop into something that everybody was starting to be crazy about, and then his dance style. Nobody did that before. So he was the start, the one who started it all. So I'm trying to interpret what you said. Yes.
Teacher, but Rain is also an actor.
She's also an actor.
I remember that when I was young, I have seen a lot of series.
Oh, see, that's what you should point out. That's the difference between a good point. So, 2 points, okay, I will give you 2 points. Because there's something different, right? Yes, over there.
I think Michael Jackson is better.
Yes, why?
Because Michael Jackson is rich.
Really? Rain is not so rich? I didn't know that. He got a lot of followers. Oh, yes. Yes.
I prefer Michael Jackson because
Why?
I didn't follow both of them, but I have heard that Michael Jackson is more popular than Rain.
Yes.
Because I don't know Rain. Who is Rain? I don't know.
But there is a difference. Let me ask you. Michael Jackson was addicted to drugs. Okay? And at the end, that's how he died. What about Rain? What about Rain, guys? He did not die yet, but is he on drug? That's the point, is he on drug? Are you sure? Sure. So, that should be one of the difference, right? The distinction between Michael Jackson and Rain. And then let me ask you then, except for these two, do you think that, okay, let's forget about Rain. Anyone you believe is even better than Rain and should be compared to Michael Jackson more than Rain? Bruno Mars เหรอ That's not Korean. What about this Korean? Crazy. The girls got crazy about the Korean singers. Right? And what do you think about, going, right, the fans go very crazy. They go to the airport, He took S. Sorry, not my generation. BS, and they like climb onto the counters, They're all so crowded and screaming after these singers and boy bands. That they were getting on the plane to go home. And did you know that? What do you think about that? That people get really crazy following these singers and stars around, and go to concerts and spend a lot of money watching them, following them. Yes.
Okay, I'm used to be that on.
You are like that too.
Like that too, but I'm just go to the airport only.
On the airport.
Yes, but But I don't like to of someone that scream very loud or.
You didn't scream. You just went there.
But I scream when he in front of me.
Who was that you were following to the airport?
Can I have an hour? Or for live ชื่อได้ไหมคะ
So many of them you got.
Yes, Big Bang Icon, Monza X, Winner, and also Rain too because my mom like that. So
what you guys think at the disco?
What is my happiness?
Yes, I'm not taking this yet. Microphone to her. Yes.
I like him too.
You go to the airport to meet after. Don't you think that it's a better use of your time, like studying? Better use of your money, you know, to go to concerts. It's very expensive, right? Yes, yes, yes.
That's the topic we call it. Michael Jackson. He added to but we need to it is a personal life, but we need to focus on his performance
ability. And don't use
his life. But when he work, his song is sound like amazing. It's good, but we need to focus on.
You think so? Who doesn't agree? I think you know when you are famous, you become role models. And don't you think that if you didn't show that you are drug addicts and things like that, then you will get the new generations to follow the examples of these singers and become addicted to drug as well. Because look, Michael Jackson can do it. Why not? Why don't I do it too? What do you think?
For me, I think there must be because he is like the influencer that can make people to like him because maybe like when he like using drug and other people see him that this one can use and he become popular and no one need like excuse him or have a little people like excuse him and follow him.
Give him excuse for doing bad things just because he's famous. Yeah. But you think it's like okay? My guys, you don't follow the boy bands and go crazy. You do, you follow, right? You think it's okay? Who hasn't talked today? Okay. You haven't talked to me today once. And then you. So, another difference or similarity is that Michael actually made a lot of songs that have to do with global issues, about poverty, about the environment. His songs are very, impactful on the global issues. Not just about love, 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 I love you, you love me. Not just nonsensical stuff. His songs are very serious about poverty, people, the poor kids. Like, what are the songs? Michael Jackson songs, Man in the Mirror, Children, We Are the World. We are the world, we are the children. I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, so what do you think?
In my opinion, that you say the boy band that the Queen and the Beatles is the best for me because their song is about moral. They teach a lot of the things in daily life.
Yes, that's
like the song Let It Be.
So they're not just about love and Yes, personal relationship is about peace and loving everybody and how to care for the environment or things like that. So maybe that's one difference, right, between Rain's and Michael's outlook on the world. But anyway, what time is it? You're not keeping the score, the time. What's the time? Let's go. But anyway, I want to confess that when I was young, I went after Michael also. Because I went to his concert, and even when I had two sons, one this small, another one that small, and then I put one thing on my shoulder. I took them both for the Michael Jackson's concert. Okay, so that was, in my years. I don't know, I'm not supporting that, but I'm saying you can actually go too far with that. But to a certain extent, I did that. I did that when I already had my own money because I was working, so I used my own money. And so, if you're still using your parents' money, maybe, you should not do it so much. But of course, if you, it depends. If you save up, anyhow, thank you very much. You want to? ตายหนึ่งใช่เหรออะไรวะ And you should follow the example ก่อน Should you follow the example ขับรถแล้วหนีไอ้คันหลังมันความจริงอะมึงกระโดดเขากระชากกูตาย Okay, so you're saying that you should use your judgment before you follow examples of one person or the other. Not to just to blindly follow the example. Okay, thank you.